Welcome, my beautiful Taurus, to your love and passion reading for 2020. So to take you through the year, in approximate months, we have in January the Two of Pentacles, February the Eight of Cups, March the Four of Swords, April the Queen of Swords, May the Wheel of Fortune, June the King of Cups, July two cards flew out of this deck, the Knight of Swords and the Six of Swords, so we're having them both. August the Six of Cups, September Justice, October again out of this deck, two cards flew out, the Fool and the Five of Pentacles, so we're having them both. November the Page of Swords and December the Two of Wands. Okay, so starting the year, you have had a tremendous 2019, I think, Taurus. A lot of raw passion and a bit full on. And I think the beginning of 2020, you're going to still be a little bit busy with your significant soulmate twin flame partner. And I say that because this infinity sign is my sign for those significant relationships with my angels, and still lots of sexual energy going on. If you look at the symbology of this hat that this person's wearing, this card talks about being quite busy and juggling quite a few things. Just looking forwards, I don't know, you might be juggling an old flame or a third party that's starting to pop up, or maybe just being on the periphery of your life a little bit at the moment. We'll see. Yeah. But either way, you're trying to juggle a number of things. You might be trying to pay Paul by taking from Peter, so there may be some financial issues that might be with your love or lover, with your partnership, that you're just trying to juggle finances a little bit. Go with the flow, it's okay. This energy can also mean that you're going to go on a trip or on holiday, maybe on water. So you might be literally going on something like a cruise, or, I mean, it's January, so you might be going to see the Northern Lights, for instance, or going skiing, something like that perhaps. But otherwise, you know, I think it's quite a busy time for you. And then as we come into February, we've got the Eight of Cups. Yeah, not quite sure what's happening looking forwards. The Eight of Cups is an energy very much to do with the emotions, because it's cups and because we have the moon and we have this dark colour of the night sky and lots of water. So it's about your emotions. And as you can see, this person is walking away from these 8 cups. Now, it can mean a number of things. I think it may mean for some of you, you're walking away from this third party that's been hovering around in your life, trying to get you back or trying to catch your attention, just making their presence felt a little bit within the periphery of your brand new relationship with this significant, beautiful new person. This may signify that you have a change of heart over this person who has maybe started to get to a point where you're getting a bit fed up with it. And this is saying goodbye and moving on. And actually this person, you can't see it in this card, but this person is walking on to a brighter day, a brighter future, the future that your twin flame, your soulmate, this beautiful new love in your life is there for you. It's all there for you. So you're saying the Eight of Cups isn't quite enough for me. I'm looking for 10. I want my 10 cups. I'm looking to go with the person that together we're going to find a really beautiful, empowering, embracing, nurturing, all-encompassing energy and relationship. This card can say it will take a lunar month to sort that out, so maybe over the next 4 weeks after this it will sort itself out. I'm not sure though with that because of the energies that are coming up. We'll see in a minute. Four of Swords, you have March. We have the Four of Swords, which is perhaps you just taking a little bit of a rest. It may actually be you taking a holiday again. But I think you just need to recharge your batteries this month. Perhaps 2019, and then the energies of the beginnings of 2020 have just all, exhausted you a little bit, taken a lot of emotional energy out of you. And you're just contemplating, just quietening down for the month, battening down the hatches, relaxing, recuperating your energies, and chilling out. And then in April we have the Queen of Swords. So, I wonder if this is the person that is hanging around and not, helping your relationship very much. So the Swords energy is the energy of the mind or the air signs. So it could be a Gemini, Libra or Aquarius. And looking at the Queen here and the King here, she's looking towards the King and he's not looking her way, he's looking the other way. And I'm wondering if she's an old flame or an ex of your partner, and is just coming back into your lives in a rather, I wouldn't say heavy duty fashion, in a little bit of an aggressive way, and trying to maybe get your ex back. So I wouldn't worry too much about this, because the Wheel of Fortune is next up and it's sitting right next to your King of Cups. So I think what's going to happen is in April this person's going to make an entrance, but in May you have the Wheel of Fortune, and that's talking about you being at the bottom of the wheel, but now you're on the rise. So your fortunes are rising, and so I think that what that's going to mean is you can expect there to be a lot of luck and good fortune and abundance coming in. So you are on the side of the luck, you are on the upper side of that balance, if you like. And the fact that you've got the King of Cups then coming up next, and he is looking away from her, I think indicates that she'll come in, but your luck is on the up, your luck is on the rise, and your king will not be at all interested in this old flame. And this is the King of Cups. The King of Cups is the most beautiful, gentle, nurturing, loving, giving soul. Just handing you his cup. Doesn't have to be a him in terms of gender. It's just the male energy. But it's a very soft male energy. And I think this person has absolutely got your back. You can totally trust it, or him or her. They're full of emotions for you, full of love for you. And maybe this month will be a month where you really cement that love. You really maybe recommit after what's gone on over the earlier part of the year. You recommit to each other, and just understand each other's passion for each other once again. And then we come into July. So we've got two different energies here. The Six of Swords and the Knight of Swords. Okay, so the Knight of Swords is about taming, and it says in this deck, which is the Tarot of Sexual Magic, hunting is an age-old sport. The ends justify the means, but today's prey will be tomorrow's hunter, and vice versa. This is very much a twin flame energy, and it's interesting because it's sitting right next to our twin flame symbol, and also the Six of Cups, which is another card of soul group or soul relationships. And so you may be in a little bit of a twin flame energy with toing and froing of, you know, one of you's just pulling back a little bit and the other one's chasing a bit, and vice versa. You're chasing and they're pulling back. So it can be a bit of a toing and froing of energy. It's all right, because I think in the end it will all balance out. You have two sixes next to each other, and so I think that will, you know, restore the balance. And the Six of Swords is searching for new horizons. And it says searching for new horizons involves a couple as it involves a single person. Outside of your daily routine lies the rest of the world. So together I think you are moving forward as a couple as well as individuals. And you are opening yourselves up to, right, you know, where are we going to go with this? We've concentrated very, very much on each other, and I think these two pictures depict that. It's been a very intense, passionate relationship, lots of raw desire. But in, I think, 2019, we spoke about needing to balance that up a little bit. And perhaps again, you know, this is just coming in heavy for you again. But maybe you just need to think, right, okay, let's just balance ourselves up a bit. Let's look beyond me and you and inside of our home, inside of our relationship, and just focusing on us all the time. Let's start to broaden our horizons. Where do we want to go with this relationship? What do we want to do? You know, the world is our oyster. Let's just open things up a little bit. Outside of your daily routine lies the rest of the world. And so the sixes together do talk about the balance being restored, justice, which is interesting because it's coming up next, talks about fairness and peace. So I think through, you know, the autumn, well, July, August, September, these 3 months, you're going to calm down again and find a more peaceful way of existing, without the raw desire maybe, or just trying to balance that with other aspects of your life, and without this Queen of Swords getting in your way and it being irritating. Six of Cups is a really beautiful card. It's another card of soul relationships, as I was saying. And as you can see, this person is offering this other person not just their cup, but their cup which is filled with flowers. And so it's about deep love, true love. And it can be a card of nostalgia. So this can be people or lovers from the past or from past lives, or people in your soul group. And it just feels so lovely. It's like I feel like I've known you for 1,000 years, and maybe you have, Taurus. I've known you for 1,000 years. I just know you inside out, though how can I? Because, you know, I've really only just sort of got to know you in this earthly relationship, on this earth, in this 3D world. but I know your soul. It's a very, very beautiful thing. It brings peace, it restores balance, it brings justice. Justice in September. Justice is a big theme of this part of the year for you. And maybe it's the justice of just settling in with each other without any outside influences trying to ruin it. You're settling into a more peaceful existence with each other, with others, with the outside world, and you're feeling really settled. The balance has been restored. See the scales here. Justice is yours. If you've been needing to get justice, I mean, it may be that some of you are going through the process of a court. That can be marriages, divorces, child custody settlements. It could even be, although I'm not really getting that sense, it could even be something more serious, like having to take an injunction out with somebody, maybe this Queen of Swords. But to be honest, you haven't really got the energies that are giving me that particularly. However, it might be the case for one or two of you. But either way, justice will be served. And generally speaking, this is talking about it will be served in your favour. If you have any karmic lessons that you have been going through, the justice may be what you need rather than what you want. But again, I'm not really getting that energy from this reading, so I think that's reasonably unlikely. And for most of you, justice will be yours. October, we have the two energies again from this deck, the Tarot of Sexual Magic. The Fool and the Five of Pentacles. The Fool is about an erotic outburst, surrendering to love. It says, the magic action frees us from uncertainty, urging us to surrender to love, willingness in spontaneity, and spontaneity in willingness. So, we're coming back, aren't we, to the eroticism between you and your lover. Let's see what the Five of Pentacles says. It's about completeness, and it says, you cannot give up on transforming the world around you and making it more similar to your ideals. After all, the world is the home of our love. So surrendering to love, and the world is the home of our love. So I think this is about raw passion and desire balancing up into a deeper, more meaningful, more trustworthy, more soulful love. That doesn't mean that the passion goes out of it, not at all. Here this is saying it's an erotic outburst. You may find though that your sexual world between you just changes into something that feels more, rather than having sex, into making love. So something that develops into something softer, deeper, more soulful, rather than raw desire, passion that, you know, takes over you. And that's rather beautiful, isn't it? So there we are, October. You're changing, you're shifting, and the Page of Swords in November is all about changing and shifting. Pages are about change. They are about that first domino in the line that you just go and you set off the chain reaction, or a drop in the pond, drop of water that goes in and out goes the ripple effect. So it's a chain reaction that's going to be sparked by possibly a message coming in. With the Page of Swords, it might be something that comes in quite fast and it's unexpected. But either way, there is a change afoot, and it's going to lead you into December, into looking out at the world with the world in your hands. So what did we say earlier about, you know, you've had the world mentioned twice already. The Five of Pentacles, the world is the home of our love. Six of Swords, the rest of the world lies outside your daily routine. And now, there you are, looking out with the world in your hands. So I think you've opened yourselves up for this second half of the month, you two beautiful energies, your soulmate and you. And you are now in a period of waiting, perhaps making plans, but just looking out to a greater horizon where you can go anywhere, you can do anything, you can manifest the reality of the world you want to be in. You can create your own destiny and create your own future together. It's very, very beautiful. I think this is a lovely reading, Taurus. Yeah, I think you have a few moments maybe in the first half of the year, but that's all going to get completely ironed out, and you are just settling into this soul mate love, soul mate relationship and connection in the most beautiful fashion. How lovely. Oh, I'm pleased for you. Thank you so much for watching, Taurus. Please do subscribe to my channel. It helps me continue to do these readings for you, which I hope you find helpful and inspiring. And you can like or share or comment as well. I appreciate any feedback that I get from you. Thank you, Taurus, once again very, very much for watching. Have an absolutely wonderful 2020. Until next time.